You know, if Wily's Wars were so good, why didn't they do a round 2? Why didn't they make a sequel? Oh, wait, hold on. My sources are telling me that, that the Wily Wars were not actually commercially that successful. I see. That's why it took a long time to get to here, huh? Okay, I mean, you know, I guess that's just how things work. But now that the sequel's here, I'm very glad to be playing it. Hi everyone, welcome. It's time for Mega Man: The Sequel Wars, the fan-made spiritual successor to the Wily Wars, doing Mega Man's 4 through 6 in the Genesis style. Of course, as many in the community probably know, only Mega Man 4 is actually currently complete within the Sequel Wars, though the team has made many trailers for Mega Man 5, and I think a little bit of Mega Man 6 and 7 kind of teasing, which, not sure why 7's there, but that's its own story. You know, I'm still interested in playing 4 because a lot of people have said that Mega Man 4's rendition here is excellent, and I've seen a little bit of it. I've seen in the background while I was at work and just had a stream on. I had Pink Kitty Rose in the background and watching her do like some Mega Man stuff, and she did Sequel Wars once, and I saw some, you know, little tidbits between all the damage shuffling going on. I mean, so the game looks pretty cool, and I'm definitely interested in doing it with all the different characters. Maybe not Man. I'll show off Man, but for today, we're just going to be focusing on, you know, doing good old Mega Man, aka The Rock, and doing that on normal mode, and just, you know, kind of experiencing it. It's soaking it all in. Then I plan on doing Roll another day and Proto Man on hard mode at some time, because I hate myself. And you all want to see the streamer suffer. That's what's entertaining. So, let's get going. Welcome Grim, welcome Super Nerd. Digital download only game in the 90s will do that to sales numbers? Yeah, it sure will. It did, what were they thinking? And then, okay, click and press, okay. Mega the Rock Man, true. They should cast him in like a movie sometime. I hear that would do pretty well. Okay. There's a sequel to the PSP games got made too. Yeah, I would love a Power Up too, but I remember that Power Up 1, I'm pretty sure that didn't do too well sales-wise, so that's why it kind of got shelved, unfortunately. I still need to play Powered Up myself, but one day we'll get there. Household robots rock and oh well, that text went a little fast. Dr. Light and we're enjoying their peaceful days. Yeah. But one day the industrial robots all over the world went on a crazy color gradient scheme not seen on the NES. Rampage and the world fell into total chaos. Oh hey, Rampage, the Rock starred in that. That's how you tie the universes together. Light quickly realizes that Dr. Wily was behind all this, because of course he is. But he didn't know what to do. Oh wait, that's actually, I don't think that was like a... Oh wait, no, right, this is explaining the plot of Mega Man 1. What am I talking about? For some reason I thought for a second that was Dr. Light just being like, yeah, actually in this game, he kind of knows that Cossack's not really up to it, but, I don't know, brain fart moment. Wait, I thought making PSP exclusive Mega Man games would be good for sales eludes me. I don't know, man. There's a new handheld at the time. Maybe it would have been good. Mega Man shattered Dr. Wily's plans three times, and world peace has been maintained so far. But history repeats itself. Dr. Cossack, a mysterious scientist, has invented 8 powerful robots. I'm trying so hard not to copy Gemini Laser's commentary of this cutscene, but it's like burned into my brain. I really want to go the powerful new Mega Buster, but I'm trying to be original here. Not trying very hard, it seems. But I love the sound font, honestly, of the new style for this game. It is very much like, oh yeah, this is the Genesis, like the full power of the Genesis. This is what people think of when they think of Genesis music. It's real good. PSP was a hit platform in Japan, and they loved Monster Hunter and bought anything released on the Monster Hunter machine too. Oh. Then they just failed to advertise it in America, I guess. Oh, that's the Japanese sub. Oh, that's right. I always forget that the original Mega Man games actually have subtitles to them outside of like the first one. Because like, isn't number 2 like the Mystery of Dr. Wily? And I don't remember what 3 is, but yeah, I always forget about that. It's kind of weird that they got rid of them for the localization, but honestly, probably a good thing. It feels a little bit awkward in English. I don't know. Oh, the Mega Man X games do it too, huh? Huh. Nuts. Dr. Wily's Revenge? No, I think that's the Game Boy's title. Game Boy 1's title is Dr. Wily's Revenge. I thought it was Secret of Dr. Wily. Oh, that's Mega Man 3. Dr. Wily's a good guy? Interrobang? Anyways. Double jump, air sliding. All this fun stuff is off. Maybe I'll screw around with it a little bit for roll. It might be more fun to do that way. Or maybe when I show off Man. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just do like a complete bullshit run with Man. Alright, cool. So, I'm going to start off with Drill Man, just because that's the stage I was doing a little bit of my play testing in. After we go through Drill Man, I will open it up to audience choice of who we go to after that. If I sum up Blues being evil. I tell you what, that Blues is evil. It's the devil's music. Or I guess the devil's robot in this case. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's not the controls that I was used to. Alright, gotta configure controls here for a second. Okay, so X is my shoot button. I want that changed. And, okay. Hold on. I swear that this resets like every single time I reboot the I reboot things. Okay, player 1. So how do I? Okay, hold on. This is a mess to do. Unless I go and make the screen smaller because my mouse doesn't show for a second. So hold on. Look away from the screen. You're gonna see some scuff for a little bit. I mean, you're already in the midst of scuff, but you're gonna see even more scuff. Okay, so player 1, A, X. No, I want that to be right shoulder. Actually, I would like that to be cleared. So right shoulder, and then this was A, and then this was C. Okay. Is that correct? Oh no. Uh-oh. And I just borked it. Great. Okay. BizHawk has only usually done this freeze up thing when I'm opening it, not when I'm closing it. So that's a new development in things not working. I love that. Love that for me. Every time I do a BizHawk stream, I get so nervous because of how this does not work that well. I even tried to patch it recently too, and it just absolutely refuses to cooperate. Okay, go back to controllers. Figure all this. Did I manage to do this? Yes, I did. Okay, save. And now let's go to full screen. And it froze up again. God damn it. I really should just try to use a different emulator. But it's like, there's so much convenience to BizHawk, just being everything all in one place. Open again, recent ROM. Do this. Open the Genesis. Let it play out a little bit first. Okay, there we go. Now we can speed back to Drill Man Stave. Like nothing ever happened, right? Ha ha ha. Mega Man 10's subtitles Threat from Outer Space, which really only applies to the final level, unless they're inferring that Roboenza came from space. Maybe Dr. Wily plucked it from space, and that's how he decided to infect everybody. Maybe he, the theory about how, you know, the evil energy is, from Mega Man 8 is kind of the precursor to Roboenza. Maybe that's where that kind of holds water then, right? Because, maybe Dr. Wily decides to synthesize the evil energy into Roboenza? I don't know. It's all up in the air. It's all fan theories. Alright, there we go. Now the controls are in order. Now we get to enjoy gibs or jibs. I think the jibs might be my favorite graphical feature of all this. It's just very cool to see the robots actually blow up in the classic series as well. It's no longer just restricted to the X series. Nice. There we go. I'm hoping to actually be able to get through, each game with each character in one stream each time. You know, given the fact that I was able to do it with Mega Man 3. Ooh, you get a lot closer to the spikes in this edition. Oh, and you still get the pause input gets eaten. Great. Alright. But anyways, I'm trying to say that, yeah, I hope to actually get this done in one stream, considering that I was able to do Mega Man 3 all in one stream from the Wily Wars, and that's a long game, so... Alright, and you're still random. Cool. But, you know, this is actually also pretty cool, because now finally we're getting to, like, one of my favorite Mega Man games. You know, when I was playing the Wily Wars, like, I do like Mega Man 1, but I definitely admit it has a lot of flaws and jank that kind of prevent me from saying it's one of my top games of all time, or top Mega Man games, but, no, 4 is just solid overall. 4 is great. I love 4. It's probably... I think it ranks, like, number 5 or so around, like, my favorite classic series games. Just has great weapons, great musical design, great boss design, mechanics all, like, work for the most part. Almost everything has its use. Yeah, it's a good one. I think that X8 was the only time subtitle came over in English. The intro of the movie, anyways, not the box art. Ah. Yeah, because I don't remember it being on the title screen for that either, when I was playing the Legacy Collection, so... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, sweet. I can just slide past the rocks. They're a little bit slower in this game. This was probably the only part of Mega Man 4 that I'm normally not a fan of, which is just the giant rocks falling from the ceiling. They're a little bit too good about spawning in at the wrong times. I know that they're distance-based, but it still always sometimes it does feel like it's just a time, like everything is against you kind of thing. Okay. Maybe a little less yapping, a little bit more gaming. Ooh, that was almost the first time I've ever missed that jump. I do love the visual effect on the Switch. That's a really nice touch. Kind of it illustrates the area illuminating and you seeing the dark floor without it also just being like literally, oh well, the lights are on. It's almost like it kind of phases in from the ether. Yeah, having the skull barrier is actually really nice against the rocks there. Well, I don't know. I would say few sections where it's useful is a little bit, not being charitable to a good old Skull Barrier. Skull Barrier is great. There's a lot of small enemies in Mega Man 4, which you can just, use Skull Barrier to mindlessly ram yourself through. One, two, three, 4, 5... And now time for the RNG fest that is Drillman. Apparently Drillman's RNG is actually distance-based, depending on, for what he actually will do. It's still never a guarantee to do one thing or the other, but if you do want him to do more drill bombs, you actually do want to stay close to him. Of course, the downside with him doing more drill bombs is that it's way, 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 way harder to dodge than, this routine. But for speedrunners, they certainly love seeing more drill bombs. Yeah, I know it's not nearly as good as Skullberry is not nearly as good as I think in your tier list, Grim, but your tier list is based on analysis and statistics. My tier list is based on vibes. We are not the same. Besides, I don't think that, ooh, weapon descriptions, nice. Oh, and weapon testing, sweet. I still don't think it's a great thing to just evaluate a weapon on if it's always useful. If it has great situational use, I think that makes it great. It's a good, as if it's a good sidearm to the Buster, I think that's good. SEGA Wars in its prime? Yeah, true. This is what happens when SEGA Wars, Wily Wars decides to, you know, step it up. Welcome, Scorebar. Alright. Which stage do y'all want me to go to next? I'll take anyone on in the next order. Now that I got my drill bomb, I'm happy with that. I'm a happy man. I'll go after anyone else. And enjoy the remixed music. Dive? Alright. Dive sounds good. I can do that. Boom. It's very radical lights. I love how it's just above, it's just under overwhelming in the lights department for this game. It's very cool in that way. It's like you get the maximum amount of super flashy lights enjoyment, super 90s flashy lights, without going into, you know, full seizure mode. Also, hey, look at that. That's a fun little feature that isn't really native to the NES. You can actually have the water level or water at different levels here. That's cool. I like that. I always have wondered just what the hell the orange goo tanks are in Dive Man stage. I always assumed it was some kind of, like, geothermal power type thing. Oh, hey, now the whale has a health bar. Sweet. Where it's like, I don't know, maybe it's like lava that's been stored in barrels and then, like, is generating power by cooling the water or something? I have no idea. The only alternative is that it's sand, and I don't see why there's a spinning vortex of sand in Dive Man stage, or multiple of them even. Just feels off. Song's BPM no longer makes you break your neck for how banger the stage is. Is the song's BPM, like, crazy different? I'm not really noticing it to be that much different at all. Also, let's see, I'm pretty sure I have a weapon swap button, don't I? No? No, I do not have a weapon swap button. Okay, I thought that came with the game. Maybe I just didn't find it correctly. It's a little bit faster than the original? Gotcha. Why was the whale at half health? I mean, I'm not sure how much health it had in the original game, but if that might have just been a depiction of how much health it had in total, I suppose it would have looked maybe a little bit cleaner if it was like, you know, a full health bar. It's just that maybe we would take 2 damage from a Buster Shot. Although I will say, that whale did feel like it died pretty quickly, all things considered. I remember these things being a gigantic pain in the ass in the actual games. Also, their missiles were, like, way more aggressive in the original game, too, so... Yeah, I think that maybe the whale got nerfed, which... I don't know. That's kinda good, kinda bad. Now it doesn't really pose much of a challenge, whereas before it maybe posed a little bit too much of a challenge, or at least some unfair portions to it, so, like... I don't know. I'd maybe prefer the old whale, I guess, but... How's the game feeling so far? Game's feeling great. I'm loving it. Controls real smooth, and, you know, all the visual redesigns are awesome, and also we get the cool thing to be able to, like, oh, hey, here's a weapon tutorial. Like, there's a lot of extra little additions, quality of life things that are, much appreciated. And I was also mentioning to everyone earlier, this is great because, you know, Mega Man 4 is actually a Mega Man game that I, you know, really enjoy. It's one of my top Mega Man games, so to be able to revisit it in a fresh coat of paint is lovely. Really do like SEGA Wars? Awesome. I'm loving it too. It also very much helps for this game that it decided not to keep the obnoxious, really long iframes that enemies get in the Wily Wars. So, like, you can actually spam things down a little easier. Okay, that's cool. Those are no longer generic spikes up top. Those are like actual themed spike balls. They're like gigantic mines. I wonder if they explode when you touch them, but I'm not going to test that out. Okay, and they also made it impossible to just jump into death on the next screen there. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it is a little bit messed up that it took until Mega Man 11 to get actual weapon tutorials. They really decided to kind of hold out on that for a long time. I mean, at least, you know, you got demos starting with Mega Man and Bass, right? But it's definitely a little bit overdue to just be able to mess around with the weapons at an infinite capacity in some manner, you know? You want to be a dedicated Mega Man 4 streamer, Proto. That's interesting. Like, how much do you think you'd be able to stretch out of just Mega Man 4 alone? Like, I could definitely see being able to get things out of, you know, okay, well, here's Mega Man 4, and here's Mega Man 4 Voyage, and here's, you know, 4MI, and then here's other Mega Man 4 things. Okay, Dive Man shakes it up a little bit. He's no longer just a fixed pattern anymore. Huh. Interesting. Oh, wait, you're right. Weapon demos did show up in Mega Man 6, Grim. I forgot about that for some reason. You're thinking about your personal record and showing off ROM hacks? Yeah, I mean, I guess that works, right? Having a nice Mega Man niche like that is, good. You know, there's plenty of things to explore within Mega Man itself, and so having a sub-niche like that is good. Maybe once there are many dedicated Mega Man streamers, you could carve that out. Alright, I don't know why Dive Man had so much life in him last time, but that works. Four Endless is a thing? Huh, I didn't know there was a 4 Endless. I never really got into endless modes regardless. It's just not usually my thing. I like, you know, condensed little stages. Yeah, Dive Man's kind of garbage to fight with Skull Barrier, not gonna lie. I mean, once you know what to do, you can do it, but it's not fun, in my opinion. I think it's just better to buster him down. Save the file, there we go. Although, I did learn while watching friend Lunatic play, Mega Man 4 on the Legacy Collection, that, yeah, Dust Crusher, you can actually use that for multiple damage. It's definitely still not good because, you know, Dust Crusher is not exactly a rapid-fire weapon, but, you know, it's alright. But I mean, you know, it's like also, if you know how to just manipulate Dive Man's AI, you can also make him spam missiles far less anyways. Like, just stand far away from him, LMAO, and he'll mostly shoot dive missiles, and then, you know, it's 3 dive missiles and then a charge if you're far away, or if you're close to him, it's 3 charges and then a dive missile, which is way harder to dodge, in my opinion, which is why Skull Barrier sucks against him. Yeah. True gamers fight Dive Man with Rush Marine. You're so right. I have tried that. It is awful. It never works. You just do not have the speed for it. The only endless mode you ever played was Rayman Legends Endless, and that was for the achievement of doing it for a month. Oh my god, there's an achievement of doing something like that for a month in a row? That's... ooh. Chad gamers fight Dive Man with wire. If there's any boss... if there was any boss in this game that was an option, like a even halfway feasible to fight with wire, I would do that. I might actually try that against Mothra when we get to her. So maybe look out. I might pull out the gamer moves there. Anyways, which stage do y'all want to go to? Tell me. Rush Marine would be so much better if you could either charge shot or be shoot dive missiles. Yeah, if it shot dive missiles, it would definitely be a lot better. I mean, the charging is, yeah, that's fine. It would make sense. But come on, you're getting a submarine. Like, why are we not able to shoot missiles out of a dog's mouth? Ringman? Alright, Ringman it is. Mini-boss time. It's doing endless mode until you accumulate some number of points. Took you a month because you sucked at the game. Ah, I see. Still, that's, it's still a lot to end up doing. Man. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like how there's a Gmod achievement for spending, like, over a year total of playtime in Gmod, and it's like, I'm not gonna break it with you, Chief. I'm not gonna spend a full year's worth of hours in Gmod. That's, you would only ever get that if you were, like, a Gmod animator, and that was, like, your full-time, like, YouTube career. Maybe Skibidi Toilet Guy will have that eventually, but otherwise, like, hell no. But my platinum... Bro, there's more platinum in your shower if you go look for it. Just go over there, bro. Ding ding! Hello. Wire. Hey, does Wire work against the hippo? Wire works against the hippo. Hold on a second. We're cooking. We're not actually. It does like 1 damage on each go-round. But it's fun. And I've never done this before, so... Alright, it's, we had our fun. Your honest opinion, Ringman's theme does not fit with this stage. I mean... In my honest opinion, Ringman does not really fit with Ringman's stage. Like, everything about Ringman's stage is just what the hell is going on. Besides the Saturn Seekers, the connection to rings is very tenuous. I see Dive Missile's been buffed to absolute hell and back. It goes at, like, lightning speed now, and it can actually hit the spines, so that's cool. I wouldn't say Dive Missile necessarily needed a buff, but it's good that it just actually functions more normally now, instead of just having to rely on really weird kind of bullshit, hoping that it decides to actually lock into an enemy. And now we have to deal with, what's its name again? What's its name again? Ring Susie? Ring, something like that? It's masterwork of timing. And shoot! Hey, there we go. Ringman stage is apparently a space carnival, because he's a, because he's a ringmaster. I guess that makes a lot more sense in this version of the game. I can get that. I could get it, but it's a stretch. It's still a stretch, Capcom. Especially with NES graphics, like, come on now. Drill Bomb takes up multiple segments of the Kabantaku's pedestal. I guess it does. It, I don't know. It does in this version, at least. I didn't know if it did in the original. I thought it did in the original. It's useful either way. I'll take it. How much does Dive Missile do against the hippo? Missile with missile. Ooh, missile's good. This'll do 2 damage. Ring Rings are small dudes. Oh, okay. Whopper's the burger. Yeah, there you go. Whopper. That's what it's called. I forgot that it was named after a Burger King meal. I never actually call well, Ring Rings Ring Ring. I always go by Saturn Seeker. I don't know if that's the Americanized name or if that's the original name, but I heard it first, and, you know, that's what I'm sticking to. Alright, Drill Bomb not taking that out in 1 hit. Uh-oh. And charge shots proving themselves again to be the best option versus these things. The Saturn Seeker was a Nintendo Power invention, so they said it first, and then the rest of us just said, screw it. We'll call it. Some of us might go ahead and call these things Saturn Seekers for the rest of our lives. That's awesome. I like that. I love that when terms just kind of manifest out of nowhere in very specific places. Like, It's kind of reminiscent of how, like, whenever, you know, you're watching a speedrun and there's, like, some kind of strat that someone's implementing, it basically just comes down to whatever, like, the first person to either find it or pull it off really well, decided to call it. Like, you know, maybe somebody might call something like, oh, coconut RNG manipulation, but if, like, the top speedrunner in the world decides to call it, nut busting, then, like, well, that's what the community calls it from now on. You have no choice in the matter. Ooh, am I gonna win? Okay. Oh, that might have been close. Nintendo Power also called Pippi's Flying Fish. Damn, that one's not good. that one's not a winner, Nintendo Power. What the hell? These called Proto Man Bruce? Oh, that's okay. Mistranslation of blues is at least a little understandable how they screwed that up. It's still not, it's not good. That's criminal. Hello, Ringman. Are you still the same pattern as ever? Yes, you are. I just didn't react fast enough. Alright, come on, Ringman. I can do this. I fought in... That's not a word. I fought every Robot Master from Mega Man 4 Buster only at some point in my life. I can do this again. Oh, right, and he, like, throws things at you sometimes. If you go too far. I'll be, like, medium distance for Ringman. Cool. Ooh, hollowed out shell. His eyes went away. Kinda creepypasta-esque. You love doing reverse boss order runs to this game? I don't think I've ever I don't know, maybe I've explicitly done a reverse boss order run of this game. Basically every Mega Man game, I usually just go in random and be like, okay, well, this is the level I'm choosing to do now. Without any rhyme or reason, I think that's the most fun way to go about things, but a reverse order run is also fun if you want to go for that specifically as well. I think it's usually where people will start off if they want to, break from the normal methods of going in weakness order, which is ironic because it's probably the toughest way to go out of the comfort zone of weakness order, but it's the one that comes to mind first, so. For Ringmaster, he doesn't know a lot of tricks. Yeah, he kind of does just have the one-trick pony show, and he doesn't even have a pony in the carnival either. Kind of a ripoff. Conforme Ringman rides top his rings like a carnival ball. That's fun, and that actually, like, works with who he is. So, like, that's good flavor that probably would have been better put in there. Yeah, his eyes were replaced with leaky black voids, and he addressed me by my full name and address. Thinking this was just a glitch, I kept playing. Even when he brought up my social security number and the 3 numbers on the back of my credit card, I figured, must have just been a bug. Maybe even a cosmic particle. Where are we going next, y'all? Yeah, and then his eyes also hollowed out. His stage became blood red, and he appeared behind me, and he killed me. He's narrating my own death. I wrote this. I'm a ghost now. You can go ahead and find me in my local cemetery over at 1234 Gamer Drive. Gaster? Gaster is not a robot master, but thank you, Scorebar, for participating. It's a good offer. Good offer. We'll do the Family Feud thing, you know, clap, clap, good answer, thinking in your head, that is not an answer. It's a Yellow Devil creepypasta? Huh. I guess maybe you could read that at some point. You could have fun with that in the Discord. Ringman's face covered the entire screen. He called me a bitch. He also said, yo mama ain't shit, and your daddy ain't shit. Skull Sands, Gutsman. Alright, Skull Sands is the closest thing to a Robot Master, so we're going there. Hey, look, Grim, it's you! Before you got, like, a tan, or, you know, ended up dunking yourself in a vat of purple goo. Alright, I don't know, let's make use of some special weapons, shall we? I'm normally so used to doing this segment with just the Buster, it's just so much easier to, you know, gun down all their rubber balls, but let's actually try to use special weapons for once. It is interesting how much slowdown they decide to, okay, I'm saying as if they decided to let it I was going to say how much slowdown they decide to let stay within the game, the developers, but given that this is just, you know, factually coded in C for the Genesis, I think that's just literally hardware. Just literally the hardware saying, oh my god, I'm being pushed to my absolute limit, please give me a break. I was barely meant to pull all this off. But it's also still, you know, just as remarkable that the game runs this well with only, like, slowdown comparable to the NES. If anything, even a little bit less. So I'm not knocking it, that's for sure. Ah, right, that was the path. Well, thanks to the handy-dandy wire adapter. You can just go ahead and grab that. Alright, come on, when are you gonna jump out at me? There you are. Grim before he hit the lean. True. You played almost the entire game Buster only, and also because of endless attack when you wanted to conserve ammo. It's a good challenge to do. I don't think I've... I don't know, maybe I did Mega Man 10 Buster only once for the achievement, but I don't remember, actually, if I did that. It could be a false memory that I'm conjuring. It feels like something I might do, though. I don't know. Usually doing it is just not my, my thing. When I have special weapons, why not? Go ahead. Although it's like, it's kind of a weird mix of like, okay, I mostly don't find the need to switch off of my special weapons, but for the couple of situations where I really, really want them, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna break my, you know, Buster only streak, even if I gotten through like 90% of the game without, without launching a special weapon. Okay. I feel like the Joes are maybe a little bit faster than they were in the original. But then again, maybe... I mean, they were pretty fast already, so maybe I'm just lying to myself there. Oop, missed. Ah! I got hit for it. Punished. It is actually funny remembering that score bar said, you know, Skull Sands Man, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I did actually fight a Skull Sands Man in Mag Mammal 3, and I was, like, overwhelmed with that memory as I approached the boss gate. I'm like, oh no, I have to go fight Skull Sands now. That was a tough fight, but no, here we are, we're just at Skull Man. It'll be fine. 4 doesn't really have a brute Robot Master, arguably Drill Man. I would say, if anything, the brutish framed Robot Master in this game is probably Dive Man, of all things, like... And he also even tackles into you. Like, Dive Man, I think, is the brute Robot Master. He's just not great at his job. Oh, now those are like weird cursed shots? Okay. They look cool. Alright, come on, Dusty Boy. Yeah, you're not gonna get me that. You're not gonna get me that time. I knew how to dodge it that time. SEGA Wars didn't have a hellish dev cycle parentheses yet. Hopefully it's not in hellish, absolutely hellish dev cycle. I know that they've been working on Episode Blue for a while now, but it'll probably come out, you know? Like that the Joes have actual sound effects now. Yeah, it's nice that the skeleton Joes actually have some more uniqueness to them. Yeah, I was wondering about Skullman having a fun idle pose. I'm pretty sure I'm guessing he does, but I forgot that in, holding the charge down still counts as, like, actually taunting him. I'll do it during the Wily stage and see if he has anything, fun there. I'm pretty sure he does. I was wondering if Skullman still does that standing still thing. Yeah, I'll test that out in the Wily stage. That was my bad. Next robot, guys. Where to? Fair Bias 4 is one of your favorite Robot Master sets. I mean, 4 is really solid overall, like, in every dimension. And yeah, the Robot Masters are all good in 4. There's none of them that are, like, kinda complete bullshit. There's only 2 that are... The only thing I would say about 4 is that there's maybe 2 that are just too easy, and those are Dive Man and Toad Man. Everybody else is a pretty fair fight Buster only. I mean, Skullman's still a little bit easy, but if you're not paying attention, he can get you. Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of Mega Man 4's bosses. Skull Barrier, still Skull Barrier, mid as hell, but usable very sparingly. Sparingly, it's like cheap. I don't know. Now I got your power punch. All right, I'll take that as a vote for Pharaoh Man. That's okay. Honestly, that's what we should actually do in the Discord. One night, or a couple of nights, we should watch the fucking Ruby Spears cartoon. I have not watched the Ruby Spears Mega Man in so long, and I think I've only seen a couple episodes of it anyways. Like, to watch the full series would actually be extremely fun for how just overly 90s Americana it is. I mean, you know, yes, we talk about Fully Charged a lot on this channel, and maybe that would be kind of funny to watch too, but Fully Charged feels like I'm like, this is bad, I just don't want to watch something bad. Like, it's so bad, it's bad. Meanwhile, the Ruby Spears Mega Man is like, this isn't bad, it's just really fucking cheesy. And I love cheesy. Cheesy is one of my favorite kind of genres of thing to watch. Ooh, Pharaoh Man's music's very ambient. I like the little ambient setting. It helps with this kind of, you know, night background a little bit. Adds something unique to it. You might have suggested Ruby Spears as well a while ago, D? I might have forgotten. But that does sound like a good idea. We should do that. Once Upon a Star OVA. Which one's that? I'm not sure which one that is. I knew you'd take a hit for Mr. Lincoln. No, that's Mega Man 3. That's, you're thinking of that other guy. Fully Charged you don't even think is that bad, but it's batshit insane if you only know the games. And it gets better after the infamous Gutsman episode. I don't know. I've heard other people kind of talk about and be like, the show is, like, outside of just the insanity of what Mega Man is, the show is, like, just bafflingly mid, and, like, there's maybe 1 or 2 good episodes in it. After that, it's just completely weird, and that's it. But, I don't know. I suppose differing opinions. Also, yes, I did notice the dynamic lighting in that section. It was cool as hell. The Once Upon a Star is the Once Upon a Star OVA. What ain't I getting? I don't know what Once Upon a Star is, my man. I am unenlightened and uncultured. The only Once Upon a Star I know is that thing that little kids wish upon for getting lots and lots of, like, you know, candy from their mummies and their daddies. Mummy bastards. A little bit too hefty to just gun down really quick before they shoot. Love using dive missile on the mummy res. I probably should have tried that out. I feel like I remember the dive missile not being that good in the NES version, but I'm probably wrong. Ooh, he rises from a coffin. That's awesome. Or I guess a sarcophagus. That's awesome. Oh, and his charging animation is cooler too. Alright, nice. Hey, I do find Pharaoh Man to be, honestly, quite a difficult fight. He has very good frame data, is the best way I can put it. He really can get a jump on you super easy. And he knows how to close a distance, that's for sure. But I managed to get him. Sweet. Instead of making a platform balloon was just the Mario P balloon, then we would have Inflation Fetish in the classic series, and I really don't want that. But maybe that's just my, you know, poor internet-rattled brain, you know, sounding the fetish alarm at any single opportunity I get. Pharaoh's one of your favorites in this game. He's definitely a very good boss once you know how to fight him. His design's also just pretty cool. I don't know, I like how Pharaoh Man isn't just like, I mean, I don't know, I guess you could say like, oh, well, Pharaoh Man is like a little bit culturally insensitive, just make a whole guy around the pharaohs, but it's like, I don't know, I think that's like fine, it's fun, like, it's don't know. It's different from, like, you know, Object Man, Action Man, Object Man, Animal Man, Object/Action Man, Adjective Man, you know, and I guess other Object Man. It's a little bit more interesting. I like it. And they make for a very, you know, the typical pyramid design. It's really nice. I'm not going to read that comment, Grim. Thank you very much for participating. But anyways, next stage. I think it's a little baffling how Fairman was made by a Russian dude. He is multicultural. You know, maybe Dr. Cossack had a minor in African studies, you know, in his, you know, robot creating career. Dustman? Alright, Dustman. Maybe, oh, this probably reminds me I should probably reset my, PNG tuber mouth. Yeah, it's definitely desynced now. There we go. Ooh, does the background have sound effects? Ooh, get fucked, big guy. You deserve that. I want to see it again. Yeah! Alright. Finally, we get to see revenge on the big eye. Oh wait, this is a great opportunity to use Skull Barrier. Oh, Skull Barrier makes weird plonky sounds in this game. I think that's a little bit odd. It's not bad, but it's definitely strange. It got gaslit into thinking that I already went to Dustman. I don't know how you managed to do that to yourself. I probably should have just, like, shot him. I don't know why I decided to try to... I guess I wanted to style. Dash under him. Oh wait, so Drill Bomb is supposed to have a weird interaction with these things, right? Well, I guess I'm maybe a little too late on that, but... What's the Drill Bomb interaction supposed to be with these platforms? I'm not familiar with how they screw over things in the original Mega Man 4. Also, anybody just find that these platforms are just really weird? Like, they're just weird in the fact that they only appear here in this stage, and they are not significantly that much different from disappearing blocks because you would never spend the requisite amount of time on them to fall apart normally. Like, is it just me? Like, these blocks are really out of place, and they kind of bother me for some reason about it. How many of the robots did Cossack make? That's a good question. I mean, I'm pretty sure he made all of them here. I don't think any of them were, I mean, some of them I think Wily asked for, like Skullman, but I'm pretty sure the other ones were all just, like, commandeered. On NES, it deletes them while they're forming. Oh, okay. That's what it's supposed to be. That makes sense for how terribly Drill interacts with every single thing in the NES version. Yeah, the Dust platforms are really weirdly underutilized. Like, you'd think they'd come back in, like, just at least one Wily stage, but, like, nope. They're just kind of forever gone. Some continuities, Ringman was also built at Wily's request. Ah, okay. Interesting. I know Ringman was, like, one of the more combat-specific robots, although he also was a ringleader man, so, like, I DK how you can square both of those things at once. But I guess Wily comes up with weirder shit. Hey, cool. It's the robot crematorium. Not at all haunting. Oh, hey, Mega Man's reflection's back there. Sweet. This game does look really good. I really wish that the original Wily Wars looked like this. Like, this is, I mean, the way the original Wily Wars is already such a glow up from the NES, but, like, this is pretty kino. You think after Mega Man 4, Skullman starts running a funeral home? Or a food truck, according to D. No, I feel like Skullman probably has, like, a weird, appreciation for, like antiques. Like, I would imagine Skullman is just running, like, some really small business antique store. And he just, like, you know, he gets the occasional customer every few weeks, and he's happy with that. It's a simple life, but he doesn't need anything complicated. I think Dustman actually would be the one to run, like, a really slamming food truck. Like, he would probably have, like... it would be like kind of quote-unquote trashy food, but like it would be really, really good. Like he would have like, you know, the Guy Fieri dumpster can nachos, but like, you know, really good, or like extremely sloppy pulled pork sandwiches, or like yeah, fries that are like like loaded potato skins, like full of bacon, sour cream, chives, like beef tallow. What other good crunchy things in there? Like fried potato chips. He's got potato chips in there too. Not just the potatoes themselves. Like Dustman would have some baller food at his food truck. I am absolutely sure of this. Called Dusty Joe's. I don't think so, but that's a good idea though. Oh, Skullman canonically runs a food truck from a comic book. Interesting. Huh. It's fun. He, Coldman, and Windman run it. Sweet. I can imagine Coldman's probably the refrigerator. Didn't Wily make Clownman make money for him because he's broke? Okay, Dr. Wily, we need to have a talk. Like, you had the idea for a Crystal Man to make you money and a Jewel Man to make you money because you were broke. And, like, that's pretty good. Like, that's a valuable material being synthesized, and you can sell that. That makes sense. Is your scheme to get people to pay admission to the circus to get your money? I don't think that's gonna work. You would have a better time just making, like, money, man. Just do counterfeiting, Wily. They're already going to throw you in prison forever once they capture you finally. Like, just print the damn money. Or make gold, man. Sell gold. Gold is good on the market. Like, what are you doing, dude? Come on. Get your shit together. Anyways. Wily didn't make Jewel Man. He stole Jewel Man, then it's fine. How many robots did he make because broke? I have no idea. It's amazing that he's not fiscally negative with all the robots that he made anyways. Could be FC Gutsman's ice cream recipe. Don't need to know that one. I do think that if it came out of his head, Grim, the Dustman's burgers would be, like, square-shaped. That would be pretty good. So, where to next? Toad or Bright? I get the feeling we're probably saving Toad for last, because that's funny. Now, Jewel Man just controls the jewels? That's weird. I could have sworn he would be someone who made jewels. It would just make sense, right? Given the Mega Man world's lack of good security, you wouldn't be surprised if Wily just stole all the assets he need. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of theft going on for Wily, but, you know, he's still got to have something to, you know, on the off chance he can't just steal something, right? I'm sure there are things where it's like, okay, I cannot get this anywhere else. There's actually high security here. Just pay for it. It'll be way faster. Or like, you know, is Wily really gonna rob a Home Depot for copper wire? Like, he could probably just spend like $10 on a couple feet of copper wire. Like, it wouldn't be too hard. But anyways, Bright Man or Toad Man, guys? Which one do you want? Frostman was too many robot parts and he just wanted to put things together. Okay, that's pretty fun. Clusterfuck Man, true. That'll be Frankenstein Man, and he'll be baller as hell too. Alright, Buster Man, Bright Man, let's go. Ooh, that's a different sound font. Alright, I like that. It's kind of funkier. Alright, let's avoid shooting the light bastards. Usually I just say whatever, screw it, I'll navigate through in the dark, but I don't remember where this 4-block wide pit is, so I'd like to not to embarrass myself over that. Ooh, now the grasshoppers have a little red ring around them, that's cool. And also, hey, the grasshoppers and the tikis are actually themed now. They both have the same color palette. I like that. Wily was the lead doing that. Wily be the type of guy to lurk on the War Thunder forums for leaked government documents so he could find new things to steal? Maybe. He would... Okay, Wily would be the type who would do that, but then try to claim that he was the one who actually invented the classified information after it got leaked and tried to get scrubbed off of the internet. Like, Wily would be like, the Pentagon says that they made, you know, the B-2600 bomber, but it was actually I, the great robot genius, Dr. Wily. Toad's too hard, we need everything? Yeah, it's so true, like, goodness. We can't go into his level underprepared. Yeah, I love how this section gives you the option of, hey, do you want to make several 4-block jumps to get back? Because I know I sure as hell don't. I guess if you don't have Rush Jet yet, you don't have a choice, but still. Batman's the one if you know the thresholds. Yeah, you can buster him only without getting frozen. It's pretty nice. It's kind of amazing. I don't know, I find it personally amazing that most people don't notice that. Like, I can't remember if I played Mega Man 4 first or watched someone play it, but like, I don't know. When I played it, it seemed pretty obvious to me. You just watch the health bar and he only does it at certain times. Like, I don't know. I guess some people aren't as observant. And that's okay, I suppose. I think Wily would make an announcement that he's taking over the world and afterwards say, this world domination plot is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends? Absolutely not. Wily might stoop pretty low, but the low he would never stoop to is actually advertising somebody else's product. He would take the sponsorship money, but he would then also, like, not actually do the sponsorship. He would not uphold his end of the deal. Okay, that's... I don't remember that happening in the original game. I don't remember having to shoot that guy because he was in your way. Also, am I losing it? Or, like, the grasshoppers have, like, a fixed hopping distance in this game? That is actually messing me up because I'm expecting them to do a random distance. One of two. Given your track record in Mag Mammal 3, I don't think you criticize people for not being observant enough. Thank you. I feel like that's probably a sarcastic comment, but... I'll still take it as if it was serious. Yeah, I mean, the totem bolt's never given me trouble. I can't imagine people who do, but, I don't know. 2 all skill levels, I suppose. Alright, let's make dive missile work for us here. A hop, and a hop, and there we go. Cool. Alright, Bright Boy. Let's take you down. I will say maybe the one thing about Bright Man being a complete bastard I don't like is that even if you know the damage thresholds, he really does just know how to corner you and squish you and stomp on you real good. It's rather irritating. Like this. I suppose skill issue of mine, but... Alright, that's past the half health marker. Alright, Bright Man. Fine. You get several hits off on me, but you go down faster, so meh. Alright, sweet. I acquired one of the best weapons in the entire Classic series. I love how they also still decided to keep in the bug/feature where you slide to prolong Flash Stopper. Like, that's messed up. Like, I feel like that probably should have been, like, patched out in this version of the game. Like, it's cheating. I don't care what anyone says. I think that's, like, cheating to do in the original. I mean, it's not like you can avoid it because you just want to, like, move fast as well while you're using it. But the fact that that exploit is in the game, it's like, good God. It didn't even need to be more disgustingly powerful. I mean, it's no more cheating than using Rush Jet for jumping on Rush Jet in Mega Man 3 is. Like, I'll still do it. It's fun. But, you know, it's just like, man, is messed up that you're able to do it at all. Alright, yeah, come on, Umbrella Squad, let's go. Oh no, Umbrella Squad, you're betraying me. Inch our way over. Shoot. Not shoot. Slide. Fail to slide. Alright. Nice. Hey, in terms of other things to talk about, I've actually been meaning to mention this for a little while and just kind of have fun talking about it, but, you know, one thing this happened last year in 2024, and I couldn't mention it for a while because it would have maybe, jeopardized my anonymity a little bit, but, it's been long enough that I can kind of mention it. I do have an official publication in the chemical literature. There is a paper out there that took some of my master's research and, you know, from my group, of course, repurposing that, put that in a paper, and it got published, and I got co-first author on it. So, like, that was really huge, the day that actually happened to me. Because, like, it, you know, it really kind of felt like, oh, this is the day that I become, like, a real scientist, like, where my name is out there and my mark has been made on scientific progress. Even if it was a very tiny, ultra minuscule mark, it still feels good, and it still feels like I accomplished what Kid Crash set out to do almost, you know, over 20 years ago. So, yeah, I don't know. Random thoughts, random tidbit. Why am I using the Buster against the snail? I could do this. Yeah, there we go. Much better that way. Thanks, D. Thanks. Congratulations. You're gonna have so much sex. Fucking. Alright. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, thank you. Thanks all. It feels good. I am, it feels like I did something with my life, and it makes me feel good about myself. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay. Saved it. Ow. Alright. I don't know. It's the fearsome toad, man. Whatever will we do? I wonder if I can hit him with wire. This will allow Toadman to actually have a chance at damaging us. If I just use wire adapter, maybe try to fight him. Oh, you kind of could actually. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to actually do this, but it does seem that Toadman will move regardless, like, you know, if you're just pressing the button. So if you... Yeah, I know, if I died to Toadman, but look, I'm screwing around here. I'm giving him a chance. Oh, you can do that. You could totally do that. It's not fucking viable at all, but you could totally do that. Okay. I might try to do that at some point off stream, because that's funny as fuck that you could do that. But that's actually a fun challenge to do against Toadman. That's actually cool as hell. I am playing with my food, yes. I'm letting my food, you know, take a couple nibbles out of me. Now we'll take our revenge on Toadman. I mean, that's why we got all these weapons, right? You know, we had to prepare for Toadman because he was too strong. Because he was too strong. Actually, no, we don't want to use the drill bomb. He's immune to the drill bomb, right? We'll just go ahead and use Pharaoh Shot instead. Or how about... Oh, no, that's not super good either. How about the Ring Boomerang? I don't know, guys. This is looking kind of grim. He's not taking much damage from anything we throw at him. Actually, wait, was he actually taking... He takes halfway decent damage from Dive Missile. But it's not really doing it. Maybe the Skull Barrier? Maybe Toad's Fear Death a little bit? No? I suppose we'll just have to shoot him down then. We'll have to Pillsbury Doughboy him to death. Oh no, he jumped! Oh my god! The fearsome Toad Man! I don't know how we got through that battle, guys. Oh my goodness. Apparently Toadman's weak to Drill Bomb because of Japanese mining operations nearly driving Japanese toads to extinction. Wow, that's more real than I thought it was. I was thinking that it was just more like, okay, we dissect toads for anatomy, so, you know, anatomy classes, so, you know, minus having a scalpel, how about a drill instead? Just absolutely destroy the frog's guts with a drill. I didn't say it was a prettier picture, it's just maybe a little less real than the actual situation. So that's a fun piece of trivia. Yeah, I like dissecting things with my explosive drill too. It's the coolest thing to do. We should have... I think we should give more students in high school explosive drills. I don't think there could be any problem from that. Rush's mouth isn't open in this edition. They should fix that, because I'm pretty sure he did that in Mega Man 3, at the very least. So why not add it back? Dissect the frog with the power drill and helicopters guts all over the classroom. Yeah, now you're getting it. Now, that's smug MS Paint Dr. Cossack looking at us. Before we go on, hey, it's the middle of the stream. It's Crash's Bullshit Diversion Corner. So I would like to show something, because after stream yesterday, I'm not kidding, me and my friends got into a call and we're just hanging out. They were watching some of, you know, The Amazing Digital Circus, which I don't know, it's alright. I have enough things to do where I don't need another series to watch and keep up with and enjoy. But, like, apparently, one of the things that they were fighting about that Defective and Nulk asked me to settle when I joined the call was, what color is the third stripe over here on Jax's uniform? So it's red, yellow, and mystery color. Hey y'all, what color is that mystery color? What would you say that color is? Because I heard some wild answers last night, and I would love to hear that chat is either insane or not insane. Which pride flag is that again? Alright, good. That's a good joke. Don't be shy. It's purple. It looks gray. Any other takers? Any other bets? Extremely grayish blurple. I like blurple. Blurple is a good color. I maintain that it is gray. And if I had to go for a secondary, I would say purple. And then I don't think no, I don't think that's supposed to be a pride flag. Like, you may be thinking of the pansexual flag because it has the red and yellow in it, but the top is normally like a teal blue. Anyways, so I maintain that it's gray, and Dirtnulk said that that's probably like a blue, a blurple, a blue purple. And then apparently Super Nerd, you and Defective are similar in the fact that they say that that's fucking green. I do not see that color being green. If that's green, something about your eyes is not normal, is built different. You're allowed to have that opinion, but I'm gonna judge you for that opinion. It's definitely not green of all things. And the better part is that I was about to bring that up. The sampling the color hex reveals. Oh, you were trolling? Yeah, no. Defective was not trolling, which is the fucked up part. I guess it's in his name that his eyes are not working, but like, man, that is a stretch. But anyways, yeah, D, back to what you were saying, is that, like, sampling the color hex is, apparently, the color is gray with a little weak shade of red in it. That's what the color hex suggests that it is. I do agree that it kind of looks like gray with a weak shade of blue, if anything, though I feel like that's probably a little bit of like, oh, the, you know, adjacent colors are messing with how your eye perceives things, something, something, that checkerboard illusion, you know, trick of the eye kind of thing. Yeah, so we legitimately, like, shouted at each other for, like, 20 minutes about this last night, and while we could have easily just looked at the hex and all agreed about that, yelling at your friends is fun. It's cool. It's a great way to spend your Monday nights. So I just wanted to bring that up. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled Mega Man 4, after I reset the PNG tuber mouth. And maybe take a swig of water. Inverted asexual pride, huh? Okay, that's interesting. It makes sense if they just want to get something quickly. It's like, let's take a pride flag, we'll invert it, and then everybody who watches the show will endlessly dive into this and say that it's lore. But I suppose something something, the curtains are not just fucking blue, something something, intent of the author, something something, the artist had to choose every single thing, blah blah blah. That shit's for literary nerds. I'm a science nerd. I don't care about that. But did I win the argument? No. In fact, Dirk Nolk just sent out a tweet to Gooseworks asking, because Gooseworks did the color design for that episode, and just asking, hey, Gooseworks, settle a debate for me. What color is this? Dirk Nolk did not get a response, but if we hear anything, I'll be sure to tell you about it. Anyways, yeah, Cossack, let's take his you don't own an air fryer smug looking ass out. How dare you try to be the new doctor in town? Don't you know there's only room for one crazed doctor in this area? And he's not behind any of this, so you can't be here. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, of course, everyone just does things on a whim, just trying to have fun with it, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I don't know. I'm pretty sure, like, the small Crash fan art that you've given me, or, like, the, you know, the Crash Cubist is not political. Doesn't have choices to them. Besides just like, oh, you know, we're just trying to make the Mancubus here, but... You know, something something, all art is political. Which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do understand the argument, and believe in that, for the most part. It's just a matter of, like, sometimes I really don't think that, you know, background details in a scene that are being described have a huge amount of hullabaloo to them. Like, I don't know. Take this, for instance. Somebody had to choose to, oh, give me a solar flare eruption as I went up the screen. But I'm sure that doesn't have any meaning. They just, you know, chose that because it felt right for the aesthetics. Then again, I don't know. Maybe it represents the plight of, you know, how blind everybody is in the Mega Man world's justice system or something. IDK, bro. You're here for chemistry facts, not for literary analysis. And if you're here for literary analysis, man, you are not in the right place. I really wanted to just show off and do Skull Barrier only there. Inverted pan pride. Oh, okay. There you go. See, it's kind of close to what I was saying then. Yeah, autofill almost doxed you, yikes. That sucks. Glad it didn't. A social commentary on American gluttony. Yeah, the Crash Cubist kind of could be like that. Until you get a ZX with his room for 3 doctors, and then one of them is a sussy baka. Yeah. Then you go ahead and you bonk them on the head for it. Because he decided that, ooh, there needed to be a weird genetic tournament where everybody is like his children. Alright, 0 lives time to stop screwing around, we'll take the game seriously. Wah. Oh, hey, I just noticed, actually, the ice physics in Sequel Wars are not nearly as atrocious as they are in Wily Wars. In Wily Wars, it feels like Mega is like Rock is deliberately trying to slide far. Here, he actually has some stopping power, which is nice. Oh god, my computer lagged there for a second. That almost killed me. Alright, could I please shoot the up and down as he comes up? Thank you. Refill on Skull Barrier. There we go. And we'll use Sparrow Shot, I guess. Alright, whatever, close enough. Skull Barrier is making the same noise as when Rush is sniffing during Rush Search. Oh yeah, that is. It's just kind of a slightly different sound font for it, huh? That's actually pretty... That's a really cool, You got a good ear for that, Grim. I like that detail. Crazy how Capcom loves their evil scientist named Albert. Yeah, true. They couldn't stop at just 1 or even 2. They had to make like 3 at the very least. There might even be more that I'm not certain of. I do actually, on the whole topic of like art and choices and stuff like that, one of the deliberate choices I actually do really like about the Mega Man, like all of the Mega Man canon series, is just that like the wow, my train of thought got derailed there. It's just that each series kind of has like this parallelism going for it. Like, you know, there's always a Mega Man, there's always like some kind of Proto Man or, you know, Red Guy analog. There's, you know, a Dr. Wily variation in each series. Okay, that's not that effective. I thought that would be more fun. There's not always, like, I guess, like a base, but, you know, there's a lot of parallels between each series, and I think that that's actually kind of a really fun thing. You know, in some senses you could argue it's maybe a little lazy, but, I don't know. In other senses, I think it's kind of nice where it's like, you know, it does actually play into the themes of just how much history kind of seems to repeat itself in the Mega Man classic series on its own. Like, yeah, Wily's up to his shit again, and he's not gonna stop for nothing. So, like, it makes sense that no one else is gonna stop for nothing neither, you know? The skulls are sniffing. Yeah, sniffing out a small enemy to take down. And let's see, your base equivalents of the series, in your opinion, are Mega Man X or Vile. I believe that. Mega Man Zero is the closest thing would be Omega. Yeah, I kinda guess that works. And the Mega Man ZX, Prometheus, and Pandora. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder what what character in the Mega Man Zero series is what character in the Mega Man Zero series is oh, what's his stupid name from Mega Man from 02? I never remember his name. The main antagonist from that one. He's so forgettable. I can't remember him. Never mind. Joke ruined. Next. El Piso. Yes, thank you. Good God. I feel like El Piso has some kind of parallel in the other series as well, but it's not one that I can put together into words. He just seems familiar in some way. The king of the Zero series? No, bro couldn't even make it past the peasant class. I'm gonna be real. El Piso's the least compelling villain, and probably one of the least compelling characters of all the Mega Man Zero characters. I honestly, genuinely believe that. And, like, I also like that, I don't remember who said it, but I do remember there was one YouTuber I watched who said that, like, basically, like, you know, you kind of need that generic villain in El Piso, because, like, he provides the whole, you know, there's always going to be some madman trying to do this same old Reploid shit over and over again. Doesn't have to be the same grand plot of, like, you know, something to do with Wily or Wile or Wily's parallel in each series. Like, it's just like someone's gonna fill that role, and that's why we need, you know, X and Zero. Did I get hit? How? Okay, sure. I don't know how that hit me, but yeah, I don't know. Neat. Huh? It's actually interesting. There's still desynced like they are in the originals. I guess that's a purposeful design decision. To make it a little easier to jump onto them as they switch, I suppose. Alright, I don't think making it fair is actually really that easy. Okay. I don't remember how I would actually make that jump normally. Better? Maybe better is the answer. He was the Icarus of the Zero series? That's a take. I don't remember Zero... Okay, this is getting sad. I've never died to those before. Wow. I feel like that has been made more difficult on this version. I can't accept that that's just a skill issue on my end. Holy shit. I've never died to the fork blocks in my entire life. That was awful. I can't even pretend that one didn't happen. I'm kind of at a loss for words here. Appeso says the same line as Iris from X4. A world for only Reploids, doesn't that sound like paradise? Oh, I didn't remember Iris even saying that in X4. I guess I was just so... well, damn. I guess, call it the pot calling the kettle black. I guess I never really noticed that, I never really noticed that Iris said that because I was too busy judging Zero for not listening to Iris. I guess, the egg is on my face now, huh? Wow, that's damn good irony. I didn't even write that in the script. I can't believe that just naturally happened. Why do you kind of crave pretzels right now? No. D, you gotta stay here. Don't let the pretzels take you away. He's gone. We lost him. Ow. Okay, let me read the other stuff too. Tragic guy that wanted to fight the bad guys went crazy. Yeah, he did. Kind of like some of the other, Mega Man X characters. I can't really think of them right now, but... El Pizo's everything relegated to the drama CDs. Ah, good. The thing no one would bother listening to unless they have way too much. Inti Create starts relegating lots and lots of backstory for Zero and Gunvolt to drama CDs. That's a pain in the ass. Oh well, I guess that's just how things sold back then. You could actually manage to get people to do such a thing. I guess you could still manage to get people to do such a thing if the Marvel Cinematic Universe is, you know, any indication. People will go ahead and buy into that extended universe shit really easily. Come on. There we go. Ooh, I got my face scratched from that block. Nice. 1 second here. Have to check something. There we go. Alright. Cool. You stick to Guardians of the Galaxy because it's a little bit more genuine. I mean, that's fair. I don't really stick to any Marvel Cinematic stuff. It's not really my my alley. Kind of grew out of superhero stuff a while ago. Okay, the Square Machine. I find Square Machine just to be, like... This sticks out to me as the most, what the hell even is this kind of boss, in Mega Man. Like, to me, Square Machine just feels like a boss that you would find in, like, a bootleg game. A bootleg Mega Man game, because it's like... This is nothing. There's very little theme to this. It's extremely simple to dodge, all the attacks. In the original, it's also really buggy and, like, you know, sliding sends you everywhere. Like, I don't know. Square Machine does not feel like a real boss to me. This feels like a ripoff. Almost a parody of Mega Man. Also, the fact that it, like, doesn't drag you with you, or drag you with it when it moves, like, again, weird coding decision. It does feel like this game's take on a devil boss, but it's definitely not. It's coming up a bit short, I think. No, when are we getting the Rockman X stream? Is that a bootleg? I know surprisingly little about Mega Man X bootlegs and such. Where does this fall in the devil alignment chart? I think it definitely... I think it is structure neutral and probably like pattern neutral as well. Like purist alignment chart for the devils. This actually might be kind of fun to sketch out at some point. Maybe if we have time after the stream, we can actually go over that. Because, like, definitely your devil purist with, like, attack purist and form purist, you need to have something blobby, and it, like, attacks you with, like, sending out pieces of itself at you. And that, you know, yellow devil Mark 1 is your quintessential devil. But, like, Square Machine fails the form test because it's not blobby, but it is able to split up into multiple pieces. And it doesn't really... And it kind of sends pieces of itself at you, but not in a damaging manner. And it does still have an eye to attack, so, like, it feels like form neutral, attack neutral. It's, like, not quite right for, the devils. Unless we need to, you know, do something that's, like, more like, unless we need to go to form radical, because we've run out of devils and we need to come up with something for form neutral. In which case, form neutral would probably be, like, where Mega Man 9's Twin Devil lies, just because it's in 2 pieces instead of 1 piece. I don't know. That would be a fun alignment chart, though. I might have to actually make that after stream. That would be pretty cool. Thank you for the reminder on the Easter eggs, Grim. Surge's Devil. Oh, boy. Yeah, we'll play 4 of my... Probably after this, probably after Sequel Wars, actually. Twin Devil isn't in One Piece. Shame. I wanted to see him hang out with Luffy. Yes, I saw that joke coming at the moment I said the word One Piece. Why did I do that? Oh my... It's like I'm playing Mega Man 4 for the first time. I think Mega Man... I know nothing about One Piece, but do you think Mega Man would just solve the entire plot of One Piece in like 10 seconds if he was actually there? Or would it be too complicated for him? Would it take him like a month instead? Do I have my weapons refilled? I do not. It's interesting that... Oh, well, it's interesting that your lives get refilled between stages, but your weapons don't. I feel like you might as well just go one, or, you know, either full one direction or not at all in the other. Alright, here's a good place to do the wire glitch. Mega would die instantly? Damn. Goodbye, Mega Man! Off into space! Yeah, I think it'd be a good option to have the lives be refilled like that, but overall it's not completely necessary. Now, if I recall correctly, doing this bug twice, just the game decides to kill you. And actually, wait, there's no good way to do it there, so never mind, because... Actually, wait. No, you'd still be... Hold on. I'm gonna kill myself deliberately to see what this happens. Oh, that means I'm gonna get a game over from doing this. Nice. Alright, let's go. I love game overs. It is absolutely worth it, yeah. Oh boy, Cloudman made an early appearance. Alright, well hey, we got to hear the game over theme at the very least for that, so... And now we get to just play the stage proper, too. Everybody's a winner. Robot God struck you down for defying him. Yeah, it kind of sounds like an Icarian tale, if you ask me. Someone flew a little bit too close to the sun, and, you know, Inafune was like, actually, I do not like this. You go die now. Oh yeah, I'm basically full up on weapons now. Oh. That was interesting. I managed to wedge myself. Hey! I managed to wedge myself in a block. Hooray! Oh god. This stage's song was already really good. Man, it sounds really good in this sound font. I'm a big fan. Nice. Buy my NFTs or perish. Awful. The worst god in the world. Guy who's only ever read one Greek tragedy. Shut up. No, you know what? No, it does work. I'm literally being smited for my hubris to think that I could pull this glitch off a second time and be allowed to skip this section as well. I am exactly right in my analysis here. Let's see if Flash Stopper still causes these to spawn in weird. No, of course not. They fixed that. That makes sense. Has actually been a very, very long time since I've read the original, Tragedy of Icarus. Maybe I should read it. I think it's literally been since high school since I've actually thought about, how it was really written, rather than just knowing the general gist of it and going along with that. It's so good to not have command dash. I can do stupid shit like dance in place. Big Tragedy fan. Oh yeah, Zeus didn't smite Icarus, I know that. It's a metaphor. Icarus got just, generally smote for his hubris. Okay, hold on. There's a way to do this. Perhaps it is more difficult in this version to do because they don't want you accidentally smushing yourself. Interesting. I actually don't know how to do this then in this version. Rush Jet, perhaps? Maybe. No. This also seems like a bit of a fool's folly. Yeah, okay, Smart Guy, let's see you take a crack at it. That's exactly what's happening here. No, that's not quite it. Probably landing the final hit on the cockroach chin to the Flash Stopper. Yeah, we'll see that if the game maybe freaks out. I'll take a save state before that just to be sure. Huh. I guess I'm doing this wrong. I have no idea how to do this in this version, because normally all I do is ever just slide on the balloon. But this version, it likes to kind of bump you off. Well, that was something different at least. Well, goodbye, E-Tank. Guess I'll never know ye. Yeah, let's hit a save though. File, save state. There we go. Risk the entire emulator crashing by trying to make a save. Yeah, I used to love the rip myths as well, D. They were really fun. I didn't know school watered too much out of it though. I mean, I imagine there's probably a lot more sex and degeneracy that the Greeks put in there than school would let on. But I still remember the tragedies being very fun nonetheless. 7 E-Tanks in my inventory. Yeah, you know, they yearn to be connected to their brethren, even if they don't get used. I mean, honestly, it might be a little bit more cruel to drink them. Like, that would be kind of messed up, right? Oh, nope, it works. They made sure of it. Yeah, school versions took out a lot of steamy Zeus stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know that Zeus was really, you know, kind of a player, all things considered. That was definitely taught to me, but it wasn't, you know, any graphic details were cut out. All right. Threatening Onion Castle, Stage 5. It's a very nice outside. I know it's very much not the culture that they're going for, but I get reminded of like Wario Land 4's takes on Arabian Nights with that background. It was really nice. It's one of my favorite, you know, palette / design things from Wario Land 4. So it just gave me a little bit of like weird diagonal nostalgia. Ah, yes, the 8th E-Tank. You can join your brethren. Unfortunately, you can't join, you know, the one before you. He secluded himself too much. He was lost. Zeus be like, today I will have sex while it's swan. True. Zeus really was the, you know, the D&D druid of the day. The druid of the party. Hey, E-Tank number 9. Well, we have a full house anyway, so I guess that 10th E-Tank really isn't going to be missing out on much. Oh, it's very weird. Like, I'm realizing that I do have a slide button for the Sequel Wars, but because I've played so much Wily Wars, I'm used to actually doing down an A for sliding now, when in any other Mega Man title, I would not be doing that if I had a choice. Nice, first try with that wire adapter. I've been there sometimes for many, many tries, wasting an entire energy bar's worth to try and do that. Oh, okay, the skulls just go right through that wall. Nice. Very nice. No druid in any campaign you were ever in got that much action? Yeah, because their DM just wouldn't allow for it, you know? But, you know, play Baldur's Gate 3, you get to... You can romance the druid Halcyon and, you know, have an encounter with him as a bear. That's your thing. I might have done that on my first playthrough because I was also playing a druid, and I'm like, yeah, that fits as far as character goes, so... Yeah, I'm shocked that Hera didn't, like, absolutely hate Zeus for all the, idolatry. Or not idolatry, adultery. If Zeus played D&D, he'd be a bard with maximum charisma. Yeah, he absolutely would, and unfortunately, he'd be the very annoying bard that is literally immortal and you can't get rid of for life eternal. Hey, Cyber Bear. Nice to see you here. Just popping in to say hi since you're rarely free when you're live. Yeah, speaking of Bear, Lamau. I hope you're enjoying Baldur's Gate. I saw you were playing that, a little bit ago, a couple days ago. I just, you know, I wasn't free that day, so I couldn't hop in, but... Yeah, no, life is pretty good. We're fighting the Cossack Catcher, enjoying the Sequel Wars. It's a very good game. I love how you can actually hear the Cossack Catcher, like, make a, you know, bat sound when you slide in this to show that, like, his, you know, he stops tracking you. It's really fun attention to detail. Please, Mega Man, don't. My father is not really evil. Dr. Wily took me hostage and forced my father to fight you. Please, Mega Man, don't hurt my father anymore. Okay, I'll listen to those big green eyes of yours. Which also, hey, that's a fun continuity thing. Cossack's portrait in the Sage Select had green eyes, and so does Kalinka. Genetics. Mega Man, forgive me. Wily suddenly learning how to teleport. You betrayed me, Proto Man. I'm gonna break you, Mega Man. Okay, it's glad to hear you're enjoying the Baldur's Gate. And you're also playing a Bear Druid. Nice. You and Halcyon will be perfect for each other. Hades would be the DM that is frustrated and actively trying to kill off the Zeus character. Yes, absolutely. I would love to play D&D with any incarnation of Hades as my DM. That would go so hard. Especially if it was, you know, the Hercules, Disney's Hercules Hades, having the sassiest possible DM. That's always a good combination, because you need a sassy DM to deal with the stupid bullshit that players get up to. Like, say, I don't know, maybe, definitely not an example from my game's past of, like, having a character who manages to build up enough speed through moving down their dash actions to, quote, move at about the speed of a 1970s Buick. So, a cool, like, 45 miles an hour. That man dumped a lot of points into dexterity and was modeled after John Wick, so it was a fun time. It was a fun campaign, even if we never finished it. Yay, more sewer levels! Yippee, yippee, yippee! I love sewer levels. I love how they make me wade through shit and perhaps not so clean water. Whoop, there we go. It's kind of interesting. This stage definitely got a graphical revamp, of course, but like it definitely looks still a lot of the same. Like I thought this was already one of the better looking Wily stages in NES Mega Man to begin with, and to see this little glow up is kind of like, you know, the stage was kind of already perfect and really well detailed. We didn't need to do all that much to it. Just add some lights here, up the contrast in other places, make the water section more wiggly, and we're good. Alright, since my lives refresh, and I have 2 of them, I will attempt this jump. Okay, good. Usually I just rush marine that, but I decided for the entertainment of everyone here, I'll up the stakes and actually try jumping that. You and your group of nerds fall into a pit and it's full of dynamite and you explode. The end. Now, will you stop bugging me and let me get back to running hell over here? Jump, and jump, and jump. Alright. Hey, Lunatic, what's up? I'm glad that you're so entertained by me and my funny spike block antics. Alright, how do I do this again? Okay, so it's pretty simple. Stay on that one, wait a little bit, jump to that one there, and then jump, 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 simple jumps. Okay. Well, okay. I guess now I have to make my way back because I missed that jump. Okay, the rest of that was actually made a lot easier by having the blocks linger around for longer. That was made a lot harder by having the blocks linger for longer. It was messing with my muscle memory. I didn't think that I would bump my head so badly, but here we are. I made an oopsie. Never understood why the Mets decided to be ballerinas in this game. I don't know, they decided to get spicy. They decided to start exploring their hobbies a little bit more, you know? They got to be who they really are. Jump and jump. There we go. Cool. I just think the best Wily level in the series for some time was the sewer level that only has Mets in it. Yeah, I guess. It shows I think it's good for showing off the diversity of all the Mets. You know, how many things can be done with these little bastards. But I know a lot of other people who say, like, this stage is actually boring as hell and they hate it because it's just Mets and they're, like, not exactly that threatening. However, those people are not fun. They know not whimsy in their hearts. Although I will agree with Grimm's thing there. Why does taking up ballet give the Mets more HP? It's very strange that all of a sudden now they're like, I don't know, 3 times tankier? Weird. Alright, Met Daddy. Ugh. I hate Met Daddy, honestly. Met Daddy is a gigantic pain in the ass on the NES version. He always gets me. Like, I don't really die that often, but getting frozen all the time and getting landed on and then Mets raining down from above. Yeah, no, this guy's a giant pain in my ass. He still is. I think he's probably going to get me. But I will say, I really appreciate the Rockman World 4 music here. It helps change things up from, you know, the Cossack stage boss music. Oh, you bastard. I still sliding after that. Alright, see you, Scoreboard. Thanks for showing up. It's nice having you here. Hopefully you'll catch the, if you'd like to catch the rest of the stream later, you know where to find it. But yeah, no, as you can see, I'm bad at this boss. I am not good at jumping out of slide in time to avoid, getting frozen and the rain of Mets. It's just not in my instincts. Like, I'm typically pretty bad at any boss that will, make you actually freeze in place. I have the first-person shooter disease where if I get stunned, I suddenly no longer know how to play the game. I feel like he's also a lot slower in this game. It takes a long time to jump at you. I don't know, I think Mega Man 4 Game Boy has some pretty okay bosses, but they definitely don't live up to the hype of the music, though. I think maybe the Wily fight lives up to the hype of the music, but that's just my thing. I like World 4. X7 gets worse, Cyberbear. Don't worry about it. It gets much worse. X7 is not good in any capacity. I believe I described it on one of my Doom streams as, like, wading through a river while somebody has drugged you up on Ambien, and every once in a while you have to face a QuickTime event where there's a big piece of shit, like, literally in the river coming towards you, and you have to, like, very sleepily, like, try to dodge out of the way while your body's just, like, half not functioning because there are so many drugs in your system. I literally would go out on a limb and say that X7 is the worst game that I have ever played. It's not even a fun level of bad. You can't even, like, fuck with it to just have fun with it. Like, you're forced to play it straight, and it's just not a good experience. So, enjoy. I think it is currently so far the only Mega Man game that I have ever played that I actually just flat out gave up on doing a second playthrough of. Because, you know, usually it's a good idea to do a second playthrough of any Mega Man game, right? Because, like, okay, you know, now I know what the weapons do, now I know maybe some good places to use them, or maybe this was a bad boss order to take on, and maybe I can take on a better one if I do it again. X7 was just, like, actively unfun to play through a second time. It made me sad as I was playing it, and at a certain point, during the time I was streaming X8, I literally just said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this again in my off time. There's no point in me doing so. It's just bad. It's just bad. X7 is your most hated Mega Man game ever, Super Nerd. Not ever playing it again. Yeah. Nope. Correct sentiment. Good opinion detected. And then Grim, X7 is... Oh, X7 is such a bad game. The only reason you've 100%ed it twice is because... Oops, I got hit there. I'm reading chat. It's because it has the Mega Man name tied to it, otherwise I wouldn't touch it again. Yeah, maybe I'll have to finish my second playthrough at some point just to say that I did, but... Yeah, it's rough. Also, I'd like to point, well, before it's too late, I would like to point out, I actually do, normally I hate my Mega Man 2 callbacks, because I don't like Mega Man 2, but I do enjoy the fact that you have, like, the little Mega Man 2 Wily Stage 2 little decal things in the background here. It's a nice touch. It's subtle enough to where it's not overpowering. And plus, it's a great way where it's like, okay, we're finally in the Wily stages proper, guys. Remember, you're fighting Dr. Wily. He loves certain aesthetic things. He may be a madman, but he's got style. Mega Man reference in the background. Yep, Mega Man 2 is the best game. Thanks, Boomer D. We appreciate it. Yep. All right. Let's see what the Easter egg for blowing up Taco Trash's armor is in this game. Oh, that's kind of cool. He rises up in this version. Less of this awkward machine that's just been sitting here waiting for you, and more of a... Ow. Okay. There's no fun Easter egg for it. It's just, okay, you literally can go back here. That's a little disappointing, but oh well. It's fun that they still include this kind of shit in the game. They have to be faithful to the original, right? Love respawning enemies with 5 HP. Ah, yes, propeller tops, my favorite enemies. And then the paired palace thing. The weird view of the thing trying to run you over. Oh, like the Crash Bandicoot first level of the stream? Or first level of the game? Yeah, that one's kind of... is boring as hell until you accidentally get run over by it, and then oops, there's all of my HP gone. It's one weakness, turning around. He truly is a, you know, a Team Fortress 2 player. Remember Crimson Palace appearing in your dreams once and looking way cooler? It probably would be way cooler if they put more effort into the game, but alas, we don't actually get that treatment. We have to settle for what they bothered to give us. Oops. There we go. Oh hey, no skull, or what am I talking about? No shield guy to accidentally land on if you come from the wrong side of the screen anymore. Nice. I'll be taking these. And then, well, dive missile works on these guys now. And I still missed it. Excellent. Alright, wire, take me up. And... drill bomb. Yeah, we'll need some more of that for the evil Toadman. God knows I can't beat Toadman without drill bomb. Fine to get the... yeah, it blocks your view a little bit too much. I never like games that have large Crash Bandicoot type sections. It kind of is why, you know, I don't think I'm actually a big fan of Crash Bandicoot, even though I kind of like the, I don't know, vibe of it. Something about it seems fun, but actually trying to play the games where it's like, oh, yeah, they're running at... it's, the boulder's trying to run you over? Yeah, that sucks. Oh, hey, look at that. All of the capsules are color-coded. I can actually tell which boss I'm going to fight, depending on which one I go into. Nice. Alright, well. We did all the bosses Buster only. Now it's time to do them all with their weaknesses. Oh, yes, I will go to Skullman next and see if Standing Still Skullman has any fun Easter eggs in this version of the game. Ow. Damn it, Drillman. Drillman's such a bully. He has such good timing against you. It's not like Blizzard Buffalo, where his weakness is jumping up and down. Yeah, Blizzard Buffalo is... well, Blizzard Buffalo has Cossack Catcher disease. Alright, hands off the controller. What is Skullman gonna do? With his cool as fuck intro. Yeah? staring into those eyes of mine, those green eyes of yours. You can really tell that you were made after Kalinka and Dr. Cossack. You know, you have their eyes. That's about it. Nothing else. No word, Skullman. Just a little bit chonky. It's okay. You needed some meat on them bones, anyhow. Yes, 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 yes. All right. All right, Skullman, should we get this over with? All right, we can get this over with. Ow. Oh, I actually ran into Skullman. How embarrassing. Goodbye, Skullman. Alright. Something about Drill Man feels a tiny bit easier to do, D. I guess. He does feel a little bit less, I don't know, maybe a little less erratic. The explosions are a little bit more delayed. Maybe he's a little slower. It's a little hard to tell. I'm gonna actually try to fight Dive Man with Skull Barrier, of all things. His weakness that makes him actively harder to fight. Okay, I managed to do it, though. That's good. A subtle reference to how you always win staring contests. Yeah, I guess the other person just gets creeped out eventually, and there you go. I think it takes more weakness from his damage from his weakness than the vanilla. No, I think Dive Missile still only did 4 damage to Drill Man. I think he's normal. Drill Man is regular. Oh, instead of 3. Oh, okay. Nope, okay. Well, I guess Grim's probably... You all actually have the ability to watch the health bar a little bit closer than I do, so... Oh, I still managed to get this wrong. Damn. Alright, well, no Bright Stopper for you. Rain Flush time. Rain on your stupid parade, Bright Man. This is what you get for torturing all those kids back in the day with your obnoxious pattern. And still torturing me by getting hit all the damn time. Okay. Save that rain flush. Ah, you're right. Huh. Damn, now y'all won't get to see that Easter egg. Shit. There's a fun Easter egg. Well, I'm doing multiple playthroughs of this game, right? So we can do the Wily Easter egg next time on the roll run. We can take the Wily Easter egg. Alright, oh, this is Pharaoh Man again. Okay, look, man, the colors on the teleporters are not actually helping me all that much. I'm still messing it up. Alright. Mash! Mash like my life depends on it! Ah! Iframes be damned! Photo finish. That rapid fire, thank you. I was forged in the fires of Mario Party and really wanting to do Poke Pummel in Mario Party 7 in under 5 seconds. So I kind of learned my mashing technique to just basically vibrate most of my arm. It has never failed me. It just maybe hurts my arm a little bit. Especially as I've gotten older. I'm no longer as limber as, you know, I was when I was 13. You always try to freeze Pharaoh Man mid-jump so you could shoot him in the dick. Nice. Excellent revenge plot. Pharaoh Man will feel that in the morning. Alright, Dustman. Yeah, vibrates arm so fast I access the Speed Force. Then I just need to unlock the Guts Force, and the Barbarian Force, and the Eagle Force. I don't know how to unlock Eagle Force. I don't have wings. I can't spread my wings. I could spread my legs, but that's a very different thing we're talking about at that point. We will have lost the plot at that point. Yeah, we're spinning Mega Man 3 box art where Mega Man shoots Sparkman in the dick because fuck honor. Why would you do that? This is no longer the Japanese box art. This is the American box art. Alright, Ringman. I guess we know where you sourced your mets from. That's why Wily 4 has, is just full of these guys, huh? They were all, audience members for your show. Alright, well, that less than flattering run at Ringman later. I'm gonna take my drink of water, and then we're gonna take out Wily. Ringman sourced the Mets from New York. Love the Mets, baby. Go Mets. Hit a home run. Kill a Mega Man. We love them. We love the Mets. Yeah, Sonic just runs on Ringman forever to get all of his health. This boss is... I will say one thing. I don't like this boss just because of, like... At least its first phase. It's so dumb that its safe spot is just literally stand right here. And that's, like, the only way to do this. It's very kind of... It's very, like, you know, just do this forehead kind of game design. Now, I actually do kind of like this phase, because you do have to... You have, like, basically all the time in the world to plan out your attack, but you have to, like, execute it, like, super well in order to not get got by Wily. Now, am I very good at doing that? No. No, I am not. But it is at least a good challenge to do and doesn't feel too unfair. So if you don't mind, I'd focus up a little bit here. This is one of the bosses I actually really do like fighting Buster only. It's a fun challenge to do. Oh, uh-oh, Wily's backing away. Oh, Wily backed away a little bit too much there. I mean, also my ears are bleeding, so that sucks, but, you know, can't win them all. Alright, one more. Yeah, there we go. And unfortunately, I do not have any more Rain Flush, but I can still get you with the wire adapter. Come here, Wily. No. Too late. Alien arcade game sound effects? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Could be. I don't know my arcade sound effects very well, despite all the arcade games I did grow up playing. I still would say my favorite arcade game is still probably Galaga. It's a classic. It's so good. And like the game, you know, Galaga is one of those great games where it's like it does get harder over time, but it doesn't like feel like complete bullshit. Like you could still manage everything in Galaga, which is like remarkable for, you know, the era of games that just wanted to eat your quarters. Okay. Well, let's hope that some of these worm guys drop a little bit of Pharaoh shot ammo. I think I have enough to take out Wily, but it would be nice to have a little bit of insurance. No? Not gonna give me any? Okay, well, hopefully we don't have to do any grinding here. On-rail shooters, your beloved? Yeah, I don't know, on-rail shooters never really did it for me. I kind of lamented the lack of motion, personally. But, it works, it works. Your arcade, you grew up with just the Namco games? I mean, the Namco games are all solid, so, like... You know, those are really good to have. A couple plug-in plays. I remember I had, like, the Midway console collection on GameCube. That's where I got to play things like Smash TV for the first time. Okay, no, so Wily is a little different? No, okay, he's still just kind of is in the spot. He just maybe isn't there for as long as I thought he would be. Alright, gotta watch the ammo consumption, though. And my health, too. I forget just how hard Wily Capsule 1 really hits. There we go. Goodbye, Wily. You and your extremely trippy final boss arena. Nice. You get the smiley face in the background. Oops. There we go. Danger! Wily escaped through a door, and on his way out, he stepped on the pressure plate. The redstone engineering has now blown up this place to hell. And Wily escapes at Mach speed. Kaboom. Yes, very nice art, indeed. Is that Metaton? Yeah, I guess it was. Undertale theory, Wily made Metaton. Well, I will say, this was really cool. I just this alone, if this was just the only Sequel Wars thing I was doing, I would say this was a great experience all on its own. Like, this is a really cool remake of Mega Man 4, which stays really nice and faithful to the original, but also tweaks things enough to where it's like, okay, you know, Dive Missile is not as crappy anymore. It actually functions. The graphics are outstanding. Way better than what the Wily Wars ever did for the first 3 games. And they did a lot for the first 3 games. The little boss tweaks, so like their graphics are really good too. You know, the extra plot summary graphics are really nice. The cutscenes are really improved. The music is phenomenal. I love it. It's very... Some people complain that it's a little bit too Mega Man X-y, but Mega Man X has some of the best music in the entire series, so I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, no. Sequel Wars, even if you just want the you know, the regular Mega Man experience, is really good. But hey, remember, there's more. There is also 3 other characters. You can play as Man, who is just half of Mega Man's height. You can play as Roll. You can play who does like the zero melee thing. And then you have Proto Man, who is Proto Man and was born with glass bones and paper skin. But, you know, could still be fun to play. And there's also some other little tweaks and things you can use. You can go with infinite ammo mode if you feel like just being funky with it. Yeah, no, Sequel Wars, super cool. And I'm very much looking forward to, Mega Man 5 versions, Redux coming out. That's probably going to be really, really good as well. But, I guess till then, we'll stall and we'll play more Mega Man 4 in the coming weeks. Well. Wonderful. Is game, are you gonna advance? Or am I stuck here? Game, hello. I didn't click out of the window. I guess maybe it just, it does the classic, it's the classic NES thing where you're just completely stuck on it. Well, that's a little bit of a weird note to end on. I was hoping to have some music in the background while doing my usual end of stream shit, but, well, I'll just do the end of stream shit now. So, thank you all for showing up. If you like the video, do all the interacty things below, because it helps me stay mentally sane, and probably also helps in the YouTube algorithm as well. If you are a frequent viewer of the channel, we have a channel Discord that you might be interested in, with a recently fixed link that you can easily click on to join. It is down below in the description, or you could find it in, like, go to, like, channel and, like, look at the channel description for Crash Icarus. We talk about Mega Man and, like, Doom and other random stuff that I be playing in the Discord. We also do some occasional, events and hangouts and movie nights and stuff like that. So feel free to come by. I think it would be a great time to have more people there. So next week we'll be doing more Sequel Wars and Shadow Sonic Generations. It will go back to the normal schedule. We'll have Sequel Wars on Monday, and we'll be doing our role playthrough. And I'll probably maybe just test out the purist settings for the game, because why not? Might as well, get the less radical experience too, just because. Um, and then on Tuesday we'll be back to Shadow Generations. Playing my first playthrough of that. One of the Sonic games I've played in a couple of years. So, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. I don't know why that was so difficult to come out of my mouth there, but I guess that's just what happens when you stream for a couple hours and don't stop yapping. So, yeah, nice to see everybody. Have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.